Friday afternoon. Quite often it's I'm shattered by the end of the week, so it's always nice to have a bit of a treat. So what we've done is, we don't tend to go out on a Friday at all. Now and again we might do, but more than often we'll go down to the local butchers and pick up some either some ribs or some steak. Normally I'd ask for entrecôte, but I didn't have any, so we've got some normal sirloin steak, but actually you'll see the size of it. For 1 kilo, it was on €30, so on being €11, which is a bit of a bargain when you see the size of it. Now, when you come on holiday, you might find it a bit intimidating going into your local butchers. So you may end up going for like the Mercadona or the Massimas or the Aldi or the Lidl versions on the side. And I'll be honest, the steak is crap. It really is. You might get lucky now and again. What you want to do is get into your local butcher. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to keep it simple, and how to go into your local butcher in Spain and order some steak. So so what we'd normally start off with is tiene. Can I have tiene? Now I would normally ask for tiene entrecôte, because that's the steak we like to order. So tiene, can I have entrecôte, the steak, tiene entrecôte. Now the thing is though, where it gets intimidating, I suppose, is you're actually asking for the how much in weight wise. Now if you're actually cooking it outside, which is what I'm going to do today, you'd normally want at least 300 to 400 grams per steak. So tres is 3, cuatro 4, and ciento is 100. So tres ciento, cuatro ciento. So tres ciento 300, cuatro ciento is 400. So tres cuatro ciento, más o menos, more or less. Tres ciento, cuatro ciento, más o menos, more or less. That will give you 300, 350, 400, even a bit more. The price of these, though, if I'm brutally honest, you could easily go up to 500 and get yourself a bit of a monster and have a treat. So he didn't have the entrecôte this time, so he's given me 2 pieces of sirloin, which is going to be great, because I mean, let's be honest, when you're paying for the weight, if you include the bone, you're paying for the bone. So and we've got some real marbling fat on this steak as well. I've already seasoned it with salt and pepper and with some oil, and then we're going to cook it on the barbecue and in the outdoor pit, and we'll have that with some nice salad, perhaps some grilled mushrooms, some grilled tomatoes. So so yeah, this is one of the benefits of living in Spain. Obviously we know cost of living is an awful lot cheap here. I haven't got a clue how much steak is now in the UK, but I can imagine it being a hell of a lot more than €11 for 2 pieces. So just to clarify, this was actually 950 grams, so nearly 1 kilo worth of steak for €11. One of these pieces is probably around about the 550 mark, and then the other one is about the 400 mark. So I'll be having the big bugger, and Gail could be having the small piece. So so yeah, and then I'm going to show you now what I'm going to do with the barbecue. I'll show you when we do the barbecue, because we like our steak medium rare. Obviously, normally when you're doing a barbecue in England, you'd light your coal up, or you'd light your wood up, and then you'd let it go white, and then you'd start putting the meat on, because you don't want to burn it. But with actually this steak being this thick, what I want to do is I want to give it that brown, golden, charcoal effect on the outside, but we want ours medium rare in the middle. So I will hit those flames while those flames are coming up. Now, you'd never do that with chicken, you'd never do it with pork, for example, but with steak, we can get away with that. And then the flame will die down, I'll pull it to one side, and then I'll just let it cut through, and then we'll take it out, and then we'll rest it, and then we'll have that with a nice glass of vino. White wine, I particularly prefer red wine actually. I've not had a glass of red wine for a long time, so I'll probably have a glass of red wine with this steak, bit of music, and that's bringing in the weekend, eh? So let's have a look at this steak and I'll show you what we've actually... Right, so I've not finished the peel off yet, so I'm going to light the barbecue now. This actually used to be a chimney for the indoor of the house. When we bought the house, it was all blocked off, so I decided to cut a hole out and then tiled it with proper fire bricks, and it's been superb, great for paellas and all sorts of things. We use it all year round. So this fire that I'm setting up now, like I say, that is just for steaks. if I was to be cooking for an hour, you had family over and you was cooking chicken and sausages for you know, you'd want to put a lot thicker wood on. But this will only need to be lit for 15-20 minutes. First 5 minutes to get it raging, and then get the steak on it. And by the time the steak's finished, this wood will have burnt out. But what we've got is a bit of cardboard at the bottom, and then just a load of branches. So that'll light up very quick. It's very, very dry, that wood. And take it from there. So like I said, I'm going to light it up now, finish the peel off, come back, and then we'll stick the steaks on. This is great, by the way. I highly recommend these. This is, you can flip this up and put fish inside it, and it's superb, but for steak as well, it's great. So I'm going to stick the steak on now. I'm going to seal it on both sides. Now, what I see a lot of people do, they'll keep flipping the steak all the time. You don't need to do that. Just let it do its job and let it seal. And also another thing that I see people do is they're squeezing the steak, they're pushing it down, and all you're going to do is release the juices from the steak, which you need to keep inside the steak.
It's hard to be alive when you're not here. It's hard to be alright when you're not here. I feel the misery, I feel the jealousy, I feel everything I didn't want to feel. Oh, it's real. Oh, baby, come on now. Let me know where you are before I lose it all. Let me know where you are before I lose it all. Let me know.
Anyway, cheers everyone. Friday afternoon. Cheers, Gail.
Cheers.
Cheers. Salute. Tempranillo Crianza. How much was that?
I think it was only something like €3.
€3. Beautiful, actually.